They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Hey everyone, Rs3 Ghost here, and today we're going to be talking about what makes a good story in a video game. Now, we're not talking about, oh my god, these fucking graphics are awesome, or oh, I can chop someone's head off with a chainsaw, this game is fucking, the gameplay is great. No, we're talking about what makes the story great today. And we're using Bioshock as the example because it's one of the greatest stories to come out for a while. So you start off not knowing anything about your character. He's on an airplane which unexpectedly crash lands into the middle of the ocean. The only thing that you see when you come up besides your burning plane is this strange mysterious tower which draws you to it as you're swimming to live, basically. You go into the tower not knowing what it's for, why it's there, or even how your plane even crashed. So you sneak up on the door, not sneak up on the door, just walk into the door, and it unexpectedly closes behind you. And the first thing that you see when the lights come on, no gods or kings, only man, with a statue of Andrew Ryan there. Now, this tower leads you to a bathysphere which takes you below the ocean, and while you're in the bathysphere, this message comes up, a friendly greeting from none other than Andrew Ryan. Andrew Ryan built a city beneath the ocean because of this theory. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his own brow? A question that can be answered a myriad of ways, such as the American viewpoint, it should belong to the government. The church viewpoint, it belongs to the church. Or the communist viewpoint, because at the time, during the 60s, the communist was a big part of people's lives and like societal processes. They thought it belonged to everyone. So Ryan built Rapture for people to escape from all that, where the scientists could be free, where the artists could be free, and people could pursue their dreams and goals without anyone telling them what to do. Unfortunately, not everything goes as planned, and although the idea of a utopian society beneath the ocean sounds like a great idea, it didn't work out just as he planned. As you can see, when you first get into Rapture, someone dies right in front of you and all heck has broke loose, which you find out throughout the rest of the game. The only friendly voice that you have to help you on your journey is Atlas, who says that he'll protect you and he'll get you out of there, which is a goal that he himself also wants. Now, following Atlas's advice is the only way to progress through the story. While there are a lot of other characters that you meet and interact with, Atlas is the one directing you. The reason Rapture has become such a hellhole is because of this. Adam, which gives you these alternate genetically modifying powers, such as be able to shoot electricity out of your hands, or fire, or even bees. Bees are pretty fucking cool. But no, we're not talking about that. No gameplay. We're talking about the story. So, Adam adds a whole new element to why Rapture got the way it is, why it's in such a state of disrepair. As you see, that flaming elevator just comes crashing down, and there's a guy still alive chasing you because no apparently reason. Splicers are what they're called because they've injected too much Adam into their system and they become just genetic freaks of nature. Now, as you progress through the game, you find out that Atlas is trying to reach his family, and you try to help him with that goal by getting to his family and escaping with him. But Andrew Ryan, the creator of the city, has his own agenda for trying to get you out. He wants you dead because he doesn't want any outsiders in his city. That defeats the whole purpose of it being an independent city, and he thinks you are part of either the US CIA or the KGB, which I believe is the Soviet Union version of the CIA. And so you try to escape Ryan, but at the same time, throughout the story, you figure out that maybe Ryan's not the bad guy. He's only protecting his own self-interest at first. But throughout the game, you find out that maybe Ryan's not wrong about his ideas of why he wants you out. It's not necessarily because he wants you out. It might be because of the civil war that happened within Rapture that led to it becoming such a state of disrepair with the splicers. As you find out, Atlas may not be the person he seems to be. I won't go any further than that because I don't want to ruin the story for those who haven't seen it, even though this game's been out for a number of years, but I will just leave it at that. That part of the story gets really intense. Throughout the game, you find characters that in each of the areas are kind of the lead character, and in the medical pavilion, it's Dr. Steinman, who is so obsessed with perfection that until he gets a specimen that's absolutely perfect, he won't stop operating on people, which leads you to needing to take him down. Now, what Bioshock does in a great way is it gets you involved in the story. It gets you kind of working towards this ultimate goal of freedom, but you find out through recordings of citizens throughout Rapture what happened to them before Rapture went into such a state of disrepair, why these people are the way they are right now, and why Ryan and Atlas have their both unique opposing goals of getting you out of the city. Ultimately, there leads to a point where you have to interact and make a moral decision about a little girl's life, and that's the little sister Big Daddy involvement in the game, where Big Daddies protect these little sisters who harvest Atom that generate the Atom for the city. So to get to the little sister, to get the Atom, you need to destroy the Big Daddy, but once he's dead, you have a choice of what to do with the little sister. Either attack her or save her, which Dr. Tenenbaum, the lady right there, wants you to do to save the sisters' lives. Atlas, on the other hand, thinks that these creatures are an abomination and you need to destroy them. So you're left with a good or an evil choice to either save them or destroy them to get the Atom. The amount that you get for destroying them is higher, but you kill a little girl in the process. So Bioshock leaves you with kind of that morality kind of choice that other games don't. The story also evolves by figuring out who you are, and you actually have some connections to Rapture, which you find out throughout the game. And your character's own motives for leaving change, not just because Atlas is telling you to do things, but because you want to. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about why Bioshock is such a great game, because it brings such a unique story that hasn't really been seen before or presented in such a way that it really varies from other games that are out there, not just first-person shooters. So I'll leave you with that, healing the little sister, making her a normal girl. Subscribe, comment, peace out.